Good afternoon and welcome back to Buzz. I'm Sam McShane with your Lunchtime Bulletin. Your headlines for today. Storm Chandra has flooded roads and rail lines in Dorset. Today is International Holocaust Remembrance Day and commemorations are being held in the Civic Centre.
AFC Bournemouth have announced a loan signing of goalkeeper Christos Mandas from Lazio. And finally, the BG Sons were defeated 73-77 in the Dorset Basketball Association by the Bournemouth Oaks.
Storm Chandra has swept over Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole, bringing heavy rainfall that has caused surface water flooding in parts of the area. The Met Office has issued an amber rain warning with 30 to 50 millilitres of rain expected across the region. Public transport may be disrupted as bus and rail services may face possible hold-ups if roads become impassable. Residents are being urged to take sensible precautions. 3 men from Bournemouth have been charged as part of an investigation into drug trafficking and money laundering. They appeared in Poole Magistrates Court last Friday and remain in custody until their next hearing, which will be held at Bournemouth Crown Court on Thursday. Another 5 men and 1 woman have been released under investigation by the South West Regional Organised Crime Unit. Bournemouth has a new action plan to make it a confident, dynamic, safe and inclusive destination. After 7 months of public consultation, Bournemouth Town Centre Citizens Panel co-created action plan was presented at the Russell Coates Art Gallery and Museum. Our reporter Grace Kehoe has more.
Listening to criticisms from residents, leader of BCP Council Millie Earle and MP for Bournemouth West Jessica Toll are making a change. At the Russell Coates Art Gallery and Museum, 30 panellists and local leaders who all have a role to play in delivering this plan gathered together to celebrate it. Residents and councillors have been meeting regularly since July 2025, where they generated ideas, analysed the strengths and weaknesses of the town and put together the finalised plan. The consultation found that citizens wanted Bournemouth not only to be just any old seaside town, but a connected, creative and ambitious urban centre. The plan's immediate actions will include encouraging AUB students to decorate public spaces, clearing and cleaning pedestrian routes, supporting pop-up activities like yoga and book clubs, and improving accessible routes into the town centre. Grace Kehoe, Buzz News, Bournemouth.
Today is International Holocaust Remembrance Day, a time to reflect on the genocide and the effects it has had on our society. Julia Apte reports.
Lisa, a member of Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole's Stand Up to Racism, gave a presentation about their time in Poland. Lisa went to 3 concentration camps in Poland as part of a study tour. She visited Warsaw, Krakow, and Auschwitz, the largest of the extermination centers.
To dehumanise and to commit wholesale the murder of others. So
it shouldn't necessarily be held up as the only horrifying event of its kind, but its magnitude is the horrifying part of it. I don't think there's been anything so atrocious on such magnitude ever since.
During the event, people discussed their own views on the atrocity and how it relates to our current global affairs. One member brought up whether the Holocaust should be used as a comparison to what is happening today, worrying that the comparison could diminish the Holocaust.
I can see what's happening in the world. Because I am German, I have said to myself that I will walk through this life with my eyes open, and I want to see what's happening in way of racism and repeating what Germany went through in the Nazi time.
Remembering and reflecting on the Holocaust and how it started is how we keep history from repeating itself. Julia Apte, Buzz News, Bournemouth.
Bournemouth University has announced its new strategy to make the organisation stand out across the next 10 years. The rebrand includes a new motto, "To learn is to change," which encourages students and staff to be naturally curious, naturally focused and naturally connected. The strategy also aims for the university to work with local organisations to help improve the area and create a greater sense of community. There will be more to come on this story from us later today. That's all for your news roundup, now passing over to the sports.
Hello, I'm Harry Castle and this is your Lunchtime Sports News. AFC Bournemouth have announced Greek goalkeeper Christos Mandas on loan from the Italian club Lazio. Mandas becomes the first ever Greek player to sign for the Cherries and will challenge Djordje Petrovic for the #1 spot.
I'd be surprised if they're looking at him as a number one. As you say, it's a number two, or even now, number three. They need squad goalkeepers. Maybe the thought is, like I said, you've got Fraser. Maybe Fraser will be number two. He's the backup, experienced one for this season.
He's a solid goalkeeper, someone who's capable of making exceptional saves at times. Well, we are not talking about a world-class goalkeeper by any means, but perhaps with patience, with time, they will have a top-notch goalkeeper.
The PG Suns played the Bournemouth Oaks in Hamworthy on Monday evening. The home side, the Suns, looked to step up their game and exit the mid-table of the Dorset Basketball Association. Moritz Baer was at the game.
It was a big game for the BG Suns as they need to start picking up points to still be able to make it to the Premier playoffs in the Dorset Basketball Association. The Suns were struck with injury, with guard Tyler Braid-Waring going off with injury during the game. This was no doubt a turning point within the fixture. He spoke on what his injury meant in the context of the game.
I was real fired up. The whole team was fired up and we were hitting our shots.
It was an unfortunate injury for the guard as he rolled his ankle.
I never really get injuries, to be honest. This is the first time I've rolled my ankle. I came down from a rebound and landed on someone's foot.
The tie shifted in the second half, with the Oaks piling on the pressure as their efficiency from the free throw line put them a touch above the host, the BG Suns. The game ended 73-77 to the away side, the Bournemouth Oaks. This means that they continue their unbeaten run with only one single loss so far this season in the Dorset Basketball Association. Moritz Baer, Buzz News, BG Suns, Hamworthy.
Poole Town beat leaders Waterman Hersham 2-1 away from home to close the gap to the leaders to 8 points. The Dolphins started brightly after Samuel Ayo-Faniam was brought down in the penalty area. Ike Hill stepped up and converted to give Poole the lead. Hill and Ayo soon linked up again for the second goal, with Ayo rounding the keeper to make it 2. Ayo went from 0 to 0, being sent off just 2 minutes later for this challenge. Poole held out and manager Joe Lee was very pleased with the victory.
Everyone got everything right in all areas really. I thought the first half, up until the red card, we pressed really well. We obviously went 2 ahead, possibly could have had another one as well. Limited them to hardly any chances. They're obviously the best team in the league. They're, however many points clear with games in hand, and we've limited them to sort of no clear chances in the game really.
There was also a return to the side from Poole captain Jamie Wiskin, who was delighted to be back.
I think we counted 8 months, so it's been a long 8 months considering I've very rarely missed games over the last 11, 12 years. It's been a long time coming, but yeah, I enjoyed that one.
Up next for Poole is a Dorset Derby away trip to Weymouth. In the Premier League, Everton drew 1-1 with Leeds United. A goal from James Justin put Leeds ahead in the first half of the game. However, a late 76th minute equaliser from Everton's Tieno Barry brought the game back level. To move up to 10th in the table, whilst Leeds distanced themselves from the relegation zone, moving to 16th. With Bournemouth sitting between the two clubs in 13th, just 3 points between 8th. Hampshire's cricket Liam Dawson is currently playing for England in a one-day international against Sri Lanka in Colombo. This is the final match of the series, currently evenly poised at 1-1. England are batting first, their score standing at 227 for 3, with Joe Root unbeaten on 91. Dawson has not batted, but on a spinning surface will likely play an important role with the ball as England look to clinch the series. That's all we've got time for this lunchtime. Come back at 4:15 for your afternoon sports news.